I wanted to talk about a book, and I'm gonna do a separate video for the flip through. Normally I do like a book flip through to show a photographer's work, and so I kind of want to give a little bit more respect to the photographer as far as like I want to do a flip through to show his book. I don't want to be talking during it, so I want to just show his work and stuff like that. So this video is more of me just talking about the book, but if you want to look through the entire book, you're more than welcome to on another little video I made of like a flip through. So I'm in the process of trying to design a photo book. I'm still getting images together and stuff like that, but I wanted to just basically show this book off and talk about it. So I found this in one of those little free library book boxes. There we go. Normally I don't really find a lot of books I want to keep, you know. Typically what I'll do is I'll buy and sell books on the side and things like that, but this one, it didn't really have a lot of resale value as far, I think it was like 10 cents as far as the resale to a book company. And then it wasn't really even profitable. If I were to sell it online, I might make $1 on it. Not even $1. I think it was like, after shipping, probably around 30 cents. So not real profitable as far as selling it as of right now. But I fell in love with the layout of it. So it's not a big book. I got my tape measure. Okay. So it is about 1/4 of an inch as far as the width of it, right? So it's not a long book. A real thick book. Okay. Then we got about 6 inches for the kind of the height of it, and then you got about around 8.5 for the length. So basically a 6 by 8.5 kind of rectangle book. Anyway, it's around, I remember right, it's around like 29 to 30 pages inside. So this is the point I wanted to make with talking about the book. You don't necessarily need to have 11 by 11, just huge coffee table type book to have a book that you would be able to resell that shows your own work, and to have several copies printed and stuff. And that doesn't require a big coffee table book. And I want to show this inside in just a second, kind of why. You don't even need the entire page to be covered with a photo to make it something that stands out. I'll say that. So let me kind of flip through, give you an idea, compare. So one thing, I guess I can talk about the actual guy first. So the name of the book is A Photographer's View of Melbourne by Andrew, I want to say Bertulé. I think it's how you pronounce that. I'm terrible at pronouncing people's names. And so a little bit about the book itself. Of course, it features pictures on Melbourne. Anyway, I'm probably mispronouncing the name of that city. All right. So I did look up the publishing company on this. It's Colorcraft is a company in Hong Kong, and so I did look up. I was trying to get pricing info, but it makes you want to submit a quote, so you'll need a quote. And I did notice also that it's got a ISBN number on the back. So I don't know if Colorcraft took care of the printing of the book in addition to the ISBN copyright, or paying for that. I don't know if it included that as well or what, but personally I did look into how much it would cost to have an ISBN. There's basically one company in America, and I want to say it was like $150 per type of book. So if you had a paperback version of the book, it was one ISBN. If you had a hardback, it's one ISBN. If it was a different size book, hardback, two different sized hardback ISBNs would be different. So anyway, if you're interested, you can Google ISBN number and it'll tell you the website. I forget the name of the company offhand. But as far as designing the book, that's kind of what I wanted to show. So this is an example of like a double page that somebody, this book is like really good as far as examples of like every kind of layout in one book. So here's like a full page. So you see the full page, all right, and I'm going to show you in a second. It actually stands out more when you don't have a full page, when you have just part of the page. All right, so this is an example of kind of a double spread, but you see this white banner where there's text down here? This stands out more to me than if all the page was covered. So that's just something I wanted to point out. I kind of do this. Okay, so you see the difference in a whole page. I mean, it's cool. It's colorful, gets your attention. But to me, this stands out more. So again, this would be like a panoramic going double. And then this compared to a full page stands out more than if the entire page was covered. This looks more professional. The whole page just seems like kind of amateurish to me. You know, so like that's a full page, and then this would be the part of the full page. So this kind of stands out a little bit more to me. So when it comes to design and the layout, now I do like the a panoramic type shot like that when it takes up both pages. But again, I'd prefer to have that bottom part white. I don't know, man. It's just personal preference. So this is an example of it not taking the whole page, you know, to show the image. And then also, with this small of a book, I like to point out like this really stands out to me. This gets my attention when you're doing. This would be more like poster type shots, stuff like that. This really stands out to me. Like you can get a kind of collage type setup like that. It stands out more than this to me. You know, it's just personal preference maybe, but for somebody that's in the process of designing a photo book, you know, I would definitely look into the different ways to lay out the pictures. I'd say that. Again, like, what does everybody else think? I mean, whoever's watching this video, what do you think? This compared to this. To me, this stands out. You know, and then, so this book's actually really, really cool. The dude even has like a Insta 360 looking picture, like one of those you got at the software to edit it. You know, it's like ultra wide, or maybe even like one of those 4mm fisheye type lenses. And so again, this is like a 6x8 rectangle type of format for a book. And I like well, it's got 4 squares on there. I thought that looked cool. Yeah. So let me show you a 3/4 where it takes up all of one page plus a half. I thought this is neat if you're trying to tell a story with it. You know. I really like this. I love this. So this goes into the example of you don't really need a lot of pages. You just need to make the most of the room. Like this, to me, gets more attention than having a full page kind of spread. And so let me find this one that's covering up 3/4 of the page somewhere in the back here. Yeah. So this one extends over a full page into the second here. But to me, this doesn't catch my attention as much. And if you had left this photo here off, it would have ruined it for me. It would have been too much white space. So I don't really like the layout like this. But if you're trying to just do like, let's just say you want to fit a lot of images into the book, you could do like a 8 image on 2 pages like this. You know, definitely if you had a theme going that you're trying, even if it was only on 2 pages, it'd be a pretty neat idea. And so basically what the whole point of this video is just to make the most out of the pages you do got and the size. So again, a 6x8.5 book could really fit a lot of pictures in here. Now I think if you did like a 6x6, you might be pushing it to get enough detail in something that was like a little 3" by 3" photo. But definitely if you're going to do a photo book, I would look into maybe creating something along the lines of something like this. But this is extremely lightweight. It would be cheap. It's hardback. You know, compared to 11x11, you're going to have that long box, you know, to fit it in. This, it's pretty simple, you know, it gets the job done is what I like about it. Anyway, this guy thought it through as far as the design of this book and everything, the layout. I really like it. I like the panoramics in there. I like the format and everything. Just, it fits, you know, it